If you're over 50 and you've noticed your penis getting smaller, losing firmness, or just not responding like it used to, there's something happening in your body right now that most doctors won't tell you about. It's not just about age, it's about circulation, inflammation, and testosterone levels quietly dropping while you sleep. But here's the thing. There are 3 kitchen ingredients you can mix with olive oil before bed that actually support the mechanisms your body needs to maintain size, firmness, and function. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it tonight. Hello, gentlemen. I'm Dr. Sarah Hewitt, and welcome back to Beyond the Pill channel. I've spent over 15 years working with men dealing with sexual health concerns, and one of the most common things I hear is this: "Doc, I swear it's getting smaller." And you know what? You're not imagining it. When testosterone drops, when blood flow decreases, when chronic inflammation sets in, penile tissue actually can shrink. But here's what I want you to understand. Your body has an incredible ability to respond when you give it the right support. I'm not talking about pills with side effects or expensive treatments. I'm talking about simple, natural compounds that work with your biology, not against it. Today we're going to cover olive oil as your base, why certain spices and seeds amplify its effects, how raw honey and garlic create a synergy that supports nitric oxide production, and at the end, I'll give you a complete recipe and checklist you can start using tonight. Studies have observed that men who improve their antioxidant intake and support healthy inflammation levels see measurable improvements in vascular function within 4 to 8 weeks. That means better blood flow, better tissue health, and yes, better size and firmness. This isn't magic. It's biology working the way it's supposed to. So, before we dive in, do me a favor. Drop your first name and age in the comments below, and let me know where you're watching from. I love seeing this community grow, and I read every single comment. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because we post new content every week that goes beyond the pill and gets to the real solutions. All right, let's get into it. Starting with ingredient number 1, let's start with the foundation: extra virgin olive oil. Now, I know what you're thinking. Olive oil? Really? But hear me out. Olive oil isn't just for cooking. It's one of the most potent sources of monounsaturated fats and polyphenols on the planet. And here's why that matters for your penis. Those fats are the building blocks your body uses to produce testosterone. Without enough healthy fats in your diet, your hormonal production literally stalls. Men in Mediterranean regions, where olive oil is consumed daily, consistently show higher testosterone levels into their 70s and 80s compared to men eating low-fat Western diets. That's not a coincidence. Your endocrine system needs fat to function, period. But olive oil does something else that's critical for penile health. It reduces oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is like rust forming inside your blood vessels. It damages the endothelial lining, the delicate inner surface of your arteries that controls blood flow. When that lining is damaged, blood can't flow freely to your penis. The result? Weaker erections, less firmness, and over time, actual tissue shrinkage because the cells aren't getting the oxygen and nutrients they need. The polyphenols in olive oil, especially one called hydroxytyrosol, act like a shield against that damage. They protect your vascular system so blood can move where it needs to go. And when blood flows properly, tissue stays healthy and full. Now let's talk about raw honey. Not the processed stuff in a plastic bear bottle. I mean real, raw, unfiltered honey. This is where things get interesting. Raw honey contains something called chrysin, a natural compound that research suggests may help inhibit the conversion of testosterone into estrogen. As men age, an enzyme called aromatase starts converting more of your precious testosterone into estrogen. That shift contributes to fat gain, mood changes, and yes, sexual dysfunction. Chrysin works to slow that process down. On top of that, raw honey is loaded with boron, a trace mineral that studies have linked to increased free testosterone levels. One study observed that men who supplemented with boron saw a 28% increase in free testosterone after just 1 week. That's the testosterone your body can actually use. When you combine olive oil and raw honey, you're creating a delivery system that your body absorbs incredibly well. The fats in olive oil help transport the nutrients in honey directly into your bloodstream, and because you're taking this before bed, you're timing it perfectly. Testosterone production peaks during deep sleep, specifically during REM cycles. By giving your body these raw materials right before you sleep, you're fueling that natural production cycle. Think of it like this. Your body is a factory that runs overnight. If you don't give it the materials it needs, it can't build what you want. But when you supply high-quality fats, antioxidants, and hormone-supporting compounds right before the night shift starts, your body goes to work. Here's how to do it. Take 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil and mix it with 1 teaspoon of raw honey. Stir it together until it's smooth. Take it 30 to 60 minutes before bed, ideally on an empty stomach, or at least 2 hours after your last meal. This gives your digestive system time to absorb everything without interference. Some men notice better morning erections within the first week. Others feel more energy and mental clarity first, and the physical changes follow. Either way, you're supporting the foundation. And this is just the beginning. Because now we're going to add heat. All right, now we're going to turn up the heat, literally. Cinnamon and ginger. These 2 spices have been used for thousands of years in traditional medicine, and modern science is finally catching up to why they work so damn well. Let's start with cinnamon. Most guys think of cinnamon as something you sprinkle on toast, but here's what it actually does inside your body. It regulates blood sugar. And blood sugar control is absolutely critical for testosterone production and penile health. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes throughout the day, it creates insulin resistance. Insulin resistance leads to inflammation, weight gain around the belly, and a cascade of hormonal problems. High insulin levels signal your body to produce less testosterone and more estrogen. It's a vicious cycle that quietly destroys your sexual function. Cinnamon breaks that cycle. It contains compounds called polyphenols that improve insulin sensitivity, meaning your cells respond better to insulin and your blood sugar stays stable. One study found that just half a teaspoon of cinnamon daily reduced fasting blood sugar by up to 29% in men with metabolic issues. Stable blood sugar means stable energy, better fat metabolism, and a hormonal environment that supports testosterone instead of fighting it. But here's the kicker. Cinnamon also improves circulation. It helps dilate blood vessels, which means more blood flow to all your tissues, including the ones that matter most. Better circulation equals better erections, plain and simple. And when you mix cinnamon with olive oil, the fat helps your body absorb those active compounds even more efficiently. Now let's talk about ginger. Ginger is a beast when it comes to reducing inflammation. Chronic inflammation is one of the silent killers of male sexual health. It damages blood vessels, reduces nitric oxide production, and interferes with nerve signaling. Inflammation is why your penis might feel less sensitive, why erections feel weaker, why recovery time between erections gets longer. Ginger contains gingerol and shogal, 2 powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that go to work fast. Research has shown that ginger supplementation can reduce inflammatory markers in the body within just a few weeks. Less inflammation means healthier blood vessels, better nerve function, and more responsive erectile tissue. But ginger does something else that's absolutely crucial. It boosts circulation and body temperature. That warming sensation you feel when you eat ginger? That's real. It's your blood vessels opening up, your circulation improving. For men dealing with cold extremities or poor circulation, ginger is a game changer. And when it comes to your penis, circulation is everything. Erectile tissue is like a sponge. It needs blood to fill it, expand it, keep it healthy. When circulation is poor, that tissue doesn't get the oxygen and nutrients it needs. Over time, it can actually atrophy, shrink. Ginger helps reverse that process by keeping blood moving where it needs to go. Combine that with cinnamon's blood sugar stabilization, and you've got a 1-2 punch that supports both hormonal health and vascular function. Here's how to add them to your olive oil and honey mix. Take your tablespoon of olive oil and teaspoon of raw honey, then add a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. Mix it all together until it's smooth. Some guys like to warm the olive oil slightly, just to body temperature, to help everything blend better. Take this mixture before bed, just like before. You might feel a slight warming sensation in your stomach. That's normal. That's the ginger working. Within 2 to 4 weeks, most men notice they're waking up with stronger morning wood, feeling more energy during the day, and noticing better firmness during sex. This isn't a placebo. This is your body responding to real, bioactive compounds that support the mechanisms you need. And we're not done yet. Next, we're adding the heavy hitters. Let's talk about zinc. If testosterone were a car, zinc would be the fuel. Your body cannot produce testosterone without adequate zinc levels. And here's the problem. Most men over 50 are zinc deficient and don't even know it. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest natural sources of zinc you can find. Just 1 ounce contains about 20% of your daily zinc needs. But it's not just about testosterone production. Zinc also plays a direct role in sperm health, prostate function, and maintaining the integrity of penile tissue. When you're zinc deficient, your penis literally doesn't have the building blocks it needs to stay healthy and full. Studies have shown that zinc supplementation in deficient men can increase testosterone levels by up to 50% within 6 months. That's not a small change. That's life-changing. Now add turmeric to the mix. Turmeric contains curcumin, one of the most researched anti-inflammatory compounds on Earth. But here's what most people don't know. Curcumin also supports healthy testosterone levels by reducing oxidative stress in the testes, the organs that produce your hormones. Chronic inflammation and oxidative damage in testicular tissue directly impair testosterone production. Curcumin protects those cells, allowing them to function optimally. On top of that, turmeric improves vascular health by supporting the endothelial lining of blood vessels. Better vascular health means better erections, better tissue oxygenation, and better overall penile health. It's like giving your entire circulatory system an upgrade. Here's the beautiful part. When you combine pumpkin seeds and turmeric with olive oil, the absorption skyrockets. Curcumin is fat-soluble, meaning it needs fat to be absorbed properly. Without fat, most of the curcumin you consume just passes through your system. But when you mix it with olive oil, your body can actually use it. Same goes for the nutrients in pumpkin seeds. The healthy fats in olive oil act as a delivery vehicle, shuttling those minerals and compounds directly into your bloodstream where they can go to work. This is why whole food combinations are so much more powerful than isolated supplements. Your body recognizes real food and knows exactly what to do with it. To add these to your mix, grind up about 1 tablespoon of raw pumpkin seeds into a fine powder using a coffee grinder or blender. Then add a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Mix this with your olive oil, honey, cinnamon, and ginger blend. It'll be thicker now, almost like a paste, but that's perfect. Take it before bed, and within a few weeks you should notice improved firmness, better recovery between erections, and a general sense of vitality. Your body is getting the raw materials it's been starving for. And now we're going to add the final layer. Garlic is nature's Viagra, and I'm not exaggerating. Garlic contains allicin, a sulfur compound that directly stimulates nitric oxide production in your blood vessels. Nitric oxide is the molecule responsible for relaxing the smooth muscle tissue in your penis, allowing blood to rush in and create an erection. Without adequate nitric oxide, erections are weak, incomplete, or non-existent. This is exactly how drugs like Viagra work. They boost nitric oxide signaling. But garlic does it naturally, without side effects, and it also reduces blood pressure, improves cholesterol levels, and fights inflammation throughout your entire cardiovascular system. One study found that aged garlic extract improved arterial flexibility and blood flow in men with cardiovascular risk factors within just 12 weeks. Better blood flow to your heart means better blood flow everywhere, including your penis. Fenugreek is the testosterone booster that actually has research behind it. Fenugreek seeds contain compounds called furostenolic saponins, which have been shown in multiple studies to increase free testosterone levels and improve libido in men. One clinical trial found that men taking fenugreek extract experienced significant improvements in sexual function, energy, and strength after 12 weeks. But fenugreek does something else that's critical. It helps regulate blood sugar and supports healthy body composition. When you lose belly fat and stabilize insulin, your testosterone naturally rises. Fenugreek works on multiple fronts, making it one of the most effective natural testosterone supporters available. And when you combine it with garlic's circulation-boosting power, you're hitting both hormonal production and delivery. Now let's talk about Brazil nuts. Just 2 Brazil nuts contain your entire daily requirement of selenium, a trace mineral that's absolutely essential for testosterone production and sperm health. Selenium also acts as a powerful antioxidant, protecting your cells from oxidative damage. Low selenium levels have been directly linked to infertility, low testosterone, and poor sexual function in men. But here's the thing: you don't need much. In fact, too much selenium can be harmful, which is why 2 Brazil nuts per day is the sweet spot. Crush them up, add them to your mix, and you've got a complete hormonal optimization formula. Garlic for circulation, fenugreek for testosterone, Brazil nuts for cellular protection. This is the Trinity. To create the ultimate bedtime elixir, take your base of olive oil and honey, add your cinnamon, ginger, ground pumpkin seeds, and turmeric. Then mix in 1 crushed clove of raw garlic, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground fenugreek seeds, and 2 finely crushed Brazil nuts. Yes, it's going to be thick. Yes, it's going to have a strong flavor, but this is medicine, not dessert. Take it 30 to 60 minutes before bed, drink some water after, and let your body do the rest. Why nighttime? Because testosterone production peaks during deep sleep, and you're giving your body everything it needs right when it's doing the most important work. Within 4 to 8 weeks, most men notice harder morning erections, better stamina, improved mood, and yes, a fuller, healthier penis. This isn't a quick fix, it's a rebuild. And now, let me give you the exact recipe. All right, let's put it all together. Here's your complete recipe. Take 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, the good stuff, cold-pressed and organic if possible. Add 1 teaspoon of raw, unfiltered honey. Then add a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground fenugreek seeds. Grind up 1 tablespoon of raw pumpkin seeds into a fine powder and add that in. Crush 2 Brazil nuts until they're almost a paste and mix them in. Finally, crush 1 clove of raw garlic and stir it into the mixture. Mix everything together in a small bowl until it forms a thick, smooth paste. It's not going to look pretty, and it's not going to taste like candy, but this is concentrated nutrition that your body is going to recognize and use immediately. Take this mixture 30 to 60 minutes before bed, ideally on an empty stomach or at least 2 hours after your last meal. Chase it with a glass of water if you need to. Some guys like to add a squeeze of lemon juice to cut the strong flavors. That's fine. The lemon actually helps with absorption too. Store any extra mixture in a small glass jar in the refrigerator for up to 3 days. After that, make a fresh batch. You want these ingredients as fresh as possible to preserve their active compounds. If the garlic flavor is too intense for you at first, start with half a clove and work your way up. Your body will adjust, and honestly, after a week or 2, you'll start associating that taste with how good you feel the next morning. Now let's talk about what to expect week by week. In the first week, you might notice better sleep quality and more vivid dreams. That's your body entering deeper REM cycles because inflammation is dropping and circulation is improving. By week 2, Most men start waking up with morning erections again, sometimes for the first time in years. That's a sign that nitric oxide production is ramping up and blood flow is improving. By week 4, you should notice better firmness during sex, faster recovery time between erections, and more overall energy during the day. By week 8, the changes become more permanent. Your body has rebuilt healthier tissue, rebalanced hormones, and established new patterns. This isn't a temporary boost. This is actual regeneration. You can customize this formula based on your needs. If you have blood sugar issues, add a little extra cinnamon. If circulation is your main concern, add more garlic or ginger. If testosterone is the priority, increase the fenugreek and pumpkin seeds slightly. Listen to your body. Pay attention to how you feel, how you perform, how you wake up in the morning. This is about working with your biology, not forcing it. And remember, this works best when combined with other healthy habits: regular exercise, good sleep, stress management, staying hydrated. You can't out-supplement a terrible lifestyle. But when you give your body the right tools and the right environment, it will respond. It wants to be healthy. It wants to function. You just have to support it. Now let me explain why the timing matters so much. Here's why bedtime matters so much. Your body produces the majority of its testosterone during deep sleep, specifically between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. That's when your pituitary gland and testes are working hardest to manufacture hormones. If you give your body the raw materials it needs right before sleep, you're fueling that natural production cycle at exactly the right time. The fats, minerals, and compounds in this elixir get absorbed during the night and are available precisely when your body needs them most. It's like filling up the gas tank right before a long drive. On top of that, nighttime is when your body does its deepest repair work. Growth hormone is released, damaged tissues are rebuilt, inflammation is reduced, and your vascular system gets a chance to heal. When you take anti-inflammatory compounds like turmeric and ginger before bed, they work throughout the night to reduce oxidative stress and support circulation. By morning, you wake up with better blood flow, healthier tissue, and a body that's actually recovered. This is why men notice stronger morning erections within the first couple weeks. Your body is finally getting what it needs when it needs it. If you found this helpful, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below telling me which ingredient you're most excited to try, and share this video with a friend who needs to hear it. Look, your body wants to work. It wants to be strong, vital, and responsive. You just have to give it the support it's been missing. This isn't about chasing miracles or quick fixes. It's about working with your biology, giving your body real nutrition, and letting it do what it was designed to do. Start tonight. Mix that elixir. Take it before bed, and watch what happens over the next few weeks. You deserve to feel like yourself again. Always remember, the truth goes beyond the pill.